National League Championship Series. And the events that occurred in Game 7 of that series would go down in Atlanta Braves history. Please direct your attention to Braves Vision for a very special presentation.
Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Sean McDonough along with Tim McCarver, and it's great to have you with us as the Pittsburgh Pirates try to become just the 8th team in Major League history to come from 3 games to 1 down and win a postseason series. And by forcing a Game 7, they have another chance for Doug Draybeck as he goes head-to-head with John Stoltz for the 3rd time in the series.
The 1992 League Championship Series between the Pirates and the Braves had come down to the wire.
1992 Game 7 against the Pirates, the very, very talented Pirates. People nowadays often overlook what a very talented team the Pittsburgh Pirates were.
Doug Draybeck had just pitched a masterful ball game. It was 2-0 going into the bottom of the ninth.
The bottom of the ninth inning, I walked into the guy by the nose and I said, fellas, we got 3 outs, so we might as well go ahead and do this.
It started it off with a happen. Terry Pendleton comes up to the plate, hits a double down the right field line.
Swung deep right field. On the run is SB, can't get it into the corner. Here's the throw, it's a duck.
Don Sutton and I were not working those particular innings at the end of that game. We were in the press room watching the game on TV.
David Justice comes up to the plate at that point in time and hits a ground ball to Jose Chico lean on his little backhand.
Curve hit hard on the ground, lead. Justice is in front.
When the rally began in the bottom half of the 9th inning, we began looking at each other and saying, you don't think.
I mean, I still vividly remember Greg Olson over there with his broken cast. I mean, they were rubbing on his cast, for luck. At that point in time, I come up to the plate.
Crowd chants Sid, the stretch.
Doug walks through 4 straight pitches. So we got bases loaded, and they bring in Stan Belinda.
How much longer can they go with Doug Draybeck? No longer. Here comes Jim Lynn. Belinda gets the cutoff. Don't go away, folks.
We got up and we moved to the radio booth, stood in the back of the radio booth. We didn't want to watch it on TV, we wanted to see it live.
Drive runner second, leading running first. And here's one to left. Bonds on the track. At the wall makes the catch.
Pendleton tags and scores. Justice has to stay at second.
When the running game hits a ball, almost a home run for a grand slam, but it's a fly ball, 1 out. We got 1 run in, and then David Berryhill comes up to the plate. David walks, so we got bases loaded, 1 out. Brian Hunter comes up to the plate, it's a little broken back fly ball behind second base.
Here it is. Swung with me, line fly, short center, lean to clear, and he's got it. So 2 are out, and it's all up to Frank Cabrera.
Can you imagine just people going crazy? You need a hit because we have 2 outs. So if we get out, season's over. And we have our fleet-footed first baseman at second base, and I'm at third base.
2 outs are up in the inning, and then here comes Francisco.
Belinda throws a fastball. He is a rocket.
Swung line drive down the left field line, curving foul into the seats. Oh, he hit the daylights out of that ball, but it hooked foul.
Down the left field line, over the bullpen. I'm talking about a rocket. I remember thinking, oh God, he missed his opportunity. There's no way he's going to come back with a pitch to allow him to drive it.
The runners lead.
Jimmy Williams, our third base coach, was trying to talk to him at third base, and I couldn't hear a thing he was saying. He literally had to get almost this close to my ear for me to hear anything. That's how loud the stadium was.
Standing on second base, wondering if a ball should be able to score.
It was a base hit that wasn't necessarily going to score that runner from second base because the runner at second base was Sid Bream.
And then here comes Francisco. He takes a ball, and if you look at the video, it's a high outside, might even have been a ball.
A lot of room in right center for him
part of the plate and he pulls a rocket between third base and shortstop.
Ball's hit. It's a base hit. It's going to left center field.
When the ball was hit, I realized it was a base hit.
As soon as he hits it, of course I'm running, and I know it's through.
And when he hit the ball, everything was in my favor. I took off.
And when he rounded third, you could tell he was giving it every single effort that he could possibly give. You knew it was going to be a close play.
You know, from the dugout, you really can't see home plate. You can see the catcher umpire, and you can see the runner coming. And it looked as if from the dugout it was going to be a tight play.
You knew it was going to be maybe one of the biggest plays ever in the history of Braves baseball.
At that point, it didn't matter if Sid scored or not, because we tied the ball game.
We got this game easy. The Sid's now around the third. There's no way there's going to be a play at home until I saw the ball coming. I was on top of the plate. Sid was safe by literally that much. I mean, literally, he was clearly safe. But I knew he was safe by this much. And I knew it. I mean, the umpire really didn't have to make the call. I knew he was safe.
Randy Marsh, the umpire, called him safe. I remember Justice jumping on him.
To watch and see all that play out was something special.
It was the most memorable moment of my career.
Made a lot of people happy, including me.
Sid slide, one of the great all-time memories of Brave baseball.
Wherever I go, I mean, people remember that play, and it's an honor to have been a part of that.
The Braves move on to the World Series thanks to one unforgettable play at the plate.
October 14, 1992, when Cabrera and Sid Bream combined their efforts to bring Braves fans one of the most famous plays in Atlanta Braves history. 2 outs, bottom of the ninth, trailing the Pirates by 1 run. Cabrera hammered a pitch to left field for a base hit that had Sid Bream racing home from second. Some say great moments in history are predestined. If that's true, this would certainly be argued as one of those moments. Here are some quirky events that occurred that night that might support this idea. In the second inning, home plate umpire John McSherry fell ill and was replaced by first base umpire Randy Marsh. Leading off the bottom of the ninth, Terry Pendleton hit that long fly ball down the right field line. Cecil Espy, who came into the game in the top of the ninth as a bench runner, was hesitant to make a play on the ball because it appeared that it might go foul. He let the ball drop inside the line, wound up being a double. The next batter, David Justice, hits an easily played ground ball to second place. Gold Glover Jose Lee boots the ball, allowing the tying run to be on first. Sid Bream then walks on 4 straight pitches to load the bases. Later, Francisco Cabrera, who had just 10 at-bats for the Braves all season long, came to the plate. Barry Bonds is hugging the left field line, despite Andy Van Slyke, who said afterwards that he motioned him to move closer to center. And Sid Bream, after 5 knee surgeries, down there at second base, and legs it in on the Francisco Cabrera hit to beat the throw and send the Braves to their 2nd straight World Series. There was certainly something magical happening that night. The atmosphere in Atlanta Fulton County Stadium would not allow the Braves to lose that game, and it crafted one of the greatest plays in Atlanta Braves history, which we are celebrating here today. Joining me on the stage, the key players in that great moment. Please welcome the home plate umpire who made that call and got it right. He is now the director of Major League Umpiring, Randy Marsh. The man who delivered the big hit drove in one of the most memorable ones in Atlanta Braves history, Francisco Cabrera. And the man who created the phrase, Sid Bream.
Sorry about that, I wasn't on script. How you doing, Braves fans? I gotta ask you, how many of y'all were here that night on October 14th of 1992? How many of you were watching on television that night? Now I want to know the truth. How many of y'all were thinking like Skip Carey, what in the world's Bobby Cox doing? Get somebody out there that can run on second base. If you can't find somebody in the dugout, get somebody up in the stands. You have to get somebody to run for Sid Bream. How many of y'all are like that? Guys, I just want to say it's an honor for me to be able to be here today and just be a part of this occasion. But I do want to share this. I didn't do the tough part. That man right there was the one that did it all. And I'm also glad that Randy Marsh had his contacts in that night, that he could see me beating it by about that much. But anyway, I just want to share this. As John Smoltz, I am so honored to be able to be down here this week, to be a part of John Smoltz's number being retired. He was such a great ball player, he was such a great friend, and he deserves every bit of the accolades that he's getting today. And not only is he going to be a Braves Hall of Famer, one of these days he's going to be a Hall of Famer around the entire globe. So I am so happy for John Smoltz. And then I'll just end it with this. I certainly should have been the one on second base. I really truly believe that Bobby Cox had to do it all over again. He would have brought in a pitcher for me. But I do also believe that there's a God up in heaven that put me in that position so that I can slide home and I can tell everybody around this world about my relationship with Jesus Christ.
And now it's all down to one man. He's basically a dead pull hitter too, Skip. He's got very strong hands, likes to go out and get the ball and pull it, which really works for Belinda because of that sidearm delivery. He's going to try to keep the ball away from Cabrera. The runners at Duane. The big right-hand hitter waits. The stretch. The pitch. Curve sweeps outside. A walk would tie it. One ball, no strike. Otis Nixon would be next. What a finish in the win. Belinda takes a little walk around. Cabrera has batted once against Belinda and hit a home run against her. I'd take that. The 1-0 pitch. Here it is. High and outside, 2-0. So now Belinda's in terrible straits. He's got to throw a strike. Cabrera's in the driver's seat. And he's got the option right here to make sure that he looks for one pitch and one pitch only that he can drive. The catch about to be made. Here it is. Swung line drive down the left field line, curving foul into the seats. Oh, he hit the daylights out of that ball, but it hooked foul just above the Pirate bullpen. Bonds would not have caught that one had it been hit fair. It was a rifle shot to left field.
But he is playing him as a dead ball hitter. He's very close to the line. Good swing by Cabrera.
2 balls, 1 strike, 1 tension. The runners lead. A lot of room in right center. If he hits one there, we can dance in the streets. The 2-1. Swung line drive left field. Warner is in. Here comes Bream. He goes right to the plate. He
In celebration of the 20th anniversary of the slide, the first 20,000 people who entered the gates today received a very special bobblehead representing the plane courtesy of Coca-Cola and Delta Airlines. To commemorate this historic moment, a special bronze home plate entitled The Slide will be interred in Monument Grove, so that all who visit Turner Field in the future will remember the magic moment in Game 7 of the 1992 National League Championship Series. Atlanta Braves President John Charles has presented replica home plates of the slide to Randy Marsh, Francisco Cabrera, and Sid Bream for their participation in that great moment. Please put your hands together one more time for the win